I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have stopped scripting for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years, because I didn't believe it anymore. Disclaimer, this video will be a bit personal, but not like personal to the point of a might cry. No, I just want to be honest with you guys about what really happened back then and what made me start to script again. And I hope that this video will make you realize that scripting is not important and you really should script manifest in a halal way. If you guys new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Salwa Sabila and I create a video about halal manifesting, scripting your desire, basically how to do halal manifestation in Islam. And I also talk about kind of controversial topic like law of attraction in Islam and something. So you might want to check it out later. Okay, I just checked it before that apparently, the last time that I uploaded a video about scripting was on October 2024. Yeah, it's almost 2 years before, right? And actually, after the last video about scripting that I uploaded, I also uploaded some videos, but it's unrelated to scripting. So, yeah. Now, I know that it's a shame because I'm the one who created a video about how manifesting, scripting. Why do you guys need to script your wants, your desire, your dreams? But I'm also the one who lost faith in this scripting method. But anyway, life happens and I have taken my lessons, okay? So the time when I decided to stop scripting actually was not because of the random decision that maybe one night I just randomly decided to stop scripting. No. It's rather natural and expected because of how I felt about scripting for a long time back then. You can say that the spark is long gone. Here's the thing. So, as you guys know, scripting is the activity of writing your desire in a journal and you write it in a mindset that you already achieved it, right? I also mentioned that you need to treat the scripting as a prayer to Allah. The activity is just only scripting. Besides scripting, actually, to make it happen, you also need to maintain your positive mindset, train yourself to act like you help already reach that, and also take action. That's basically it. And then when I grew up, my frontal cortex started to develop, and somehow I tend to use my logic more, and somehow it kind of influenced my perspective towards scripting. Like, I know that when you script, you also need to take action, right? But the time when I started to lose this part was the time when I suddenly realized that I need to take action more than only doing scripting. Because logically, I thought that scripting will not bring me anywhere. Well, if you take action, then you really making progress towards your goals. I feel like the taking action part I did with scripting was not enough. I need to take action more than only script. And that's the start when I starting to lose faith in scripting. Actually, it started with the frequency of my script gradually decreased until it just stopped at all. Arrogant, yes. It's like I stopped wishing and I stopped praying. And you know, just like your life, after that, my life also continues. Good thing happens, bad things happen. That's life. It's natural to have ups and downs. I grew up become a person who is more action oriented, use logic more than feelings, and life continued going until suddenly one day I hit a rock, a big one. The rock made me depressed, and actually it legit took me 1 year to heal myself and come back to the person who I used to be. But apparently, after 1 year, when I thought that, oh, I have recovered, it was still not enough to make me script again. I just healed. But I don't think that scripting is necessary. And then, on the exact 12 months after I had a traumatic event that made me depressed, and I thought that, oh, I'm already recovered. Something happened again and I relapsed. And I hope that it will be my only time that relapse happened in my life. I feel like I come back to the first time I had a traumatic event. I lost interest in life. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to work. I don't want to do the hobby that used to be my distraction when I felt stressed. I don't want to do it because I lost the interest to do it. I felt nothing. I don't even want to die. I don't want anything. But I didn't give up. I start to seeking help. I start to watch a lot of videos on YouTube, on TikTok about what should I do if I lost interest in life? What should I do if I felt hopeless? I don't want to do anything. I lost interest in my hobbies. I lost interest in job. I also start to read some books because I need to know the answer. I need to come back to the person who I used to be, right? I couldn't be in that condition forever. And then I hit a video about a Muslim girl that talk about how to get X amount of money in a young age. She talk about the tips and trick about how to get that amount of money, just like the title, right? And then rather than practical things, she actually mentioned something like the mindsets you need to have in order to achieve that money. And then listening to that video in the dark room, basically, I just lie in my bed. I had the lamp off. I listened to the videos. And then I start to realize that all of the mindsets that she taught us, I used to have that mindset. All the mindset that she told the audience was also the mindset that I tried to tell you guys to have. So I was like, oh, I used to have that mindset and I used to tell people to have that mindset also. And somehow it made me sad. And then at one point of her video, she said that the reason why she mentioned a lot of mindset to possess was because in order to achieve the dreams you want, the amount of money you want was not from the connection, but from believing in yourself, believing in the capability of yourself that you can do that. You need to believe first that you can do it, and when you take action, it will lead towards the result. It's not the other way around. It's not taking action first and then believing that you can achieve that. No, but you need to believe first that you can achieve your goals, your dreams, and after that you take action with that identity, with the personality that you believe that you are the winner, that you believe that you can achieve that. And it hits me so hard, like, oh yes, it's not the other way around. And then I started to think that, okay, I used to have that mindset, but I lost it now because I'm depressed, something happens, and somehow I lost it. How to cultivate that mindset again? How to make me come back to the person that I used to be, to the me with the identity of a winner? Because that time I felt like I'm a loser. What can I do to install that belief in my system? And then the answer comes in an instant. Oh yeah. It's scripting. I need to script because scripting, this is the truth. Scripting was a prayer to God. That's the first. But beside that, when you write in your notebook, basically that's also installing the belief in your system. For example, you want to be rich, and then you start to write in your scripting journal, I am a rich person. Even though you probably realize that you might not be a rich person yet at the moment you write this script, but then you actually installing a belief to your subconscious mind that you are actually a rich person. And then when it's already installed in your subconscious mind, then you will unconsciously taking action, take decision in life that leads you toward rich. And the day when I failed to see a psychologist because I came on the wrong day, I decided to, okay, let's script again. I took my scripting journal, I started to script, and I felt better. And I've been scripting for a while now. Haven't reached 1 month yet, but I try to be consistent to do it, even though I missed like one day in a week because I need to be somewhere in the morning. But I try to do it consistently, and I script every morning in front of my open window, seeing the sky, and somehow it works. I can sense that it works. The installing process is still progressing, but it happens for sure. Because it's a process, right? It takes time, but one day I know that it works. And so, yeah, I did not regret at all that I start script again. And if you haven't script, you need to start script now. If you've ever script but decided to take a pause, then it's a sign for you to continue it again. Because I've stopped once. What's that? Because I've stopped once, but I decided to continue again, and I did not regret at all. So yeah, hello until now, it's Halwa, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.